actually know the weight I was when I started this round. Because what happened was, I left Friday night from here, so I'd weighed myself Friday morning, and I had had a couple of days since the milk discovery and had cut all the milk out, and my weight had already started to drop down, so I was a few pounds lighter than I had been at the height of the disaster. So I think I had come back down to about 60.8 kilograms, which is 134 pounds, so only about 5 pounds above my LIW, 4.5 pounds above, so that was fine. So I knew I'd be fine when I did doing this 21-day round. I knew it would come off in the first week or two. But I didn't count on the universe interfering. So what happened was, I got on the plane and I had enough phase 3 snacks, because I was planning on finishing phase 3 that day with the airplane. When I would land that night, my plan was to get up Saturday morning, go to the supermarket, go to the market, whatever, get everything I needed for phase 2 for the week and get organised, mix up my HCG and start Saturday morning, which would have been day 13 of phase 3. But what happened was, when we were in the aeroplane, I was flying from Gold Coast Airport in Australia to Sydney and then catching a second plane from Sydney to Melbourne. And when I was in the first plane, we arrived at Sydney Airport and we were circling around Sydney Airport, and they said to us, "We regret to inform you there's been a lot of major wind at Sydney Airport and they've closed the airport and they're not going to let us land there, so you have to turn around and go back to Gold Coast." So we had to go all the way back, and I was like, I'm having to go back and do my round again, I'm having to go back and catch this flight again, what is the message here from the universe? You know, I'm getting a do-over. Every time I do everything I have to do it twice, so it was pretty funny, and I am a Gemini, so it was sort of kind of funny that I'd be doing everything twice. My mother thought it was hysterical. Anyway, so that kind of threw my plans out, because I didn't have any more phase 3 snacks with me, and I knew I couldn't start P2 on the Saturday because I was going to be spending the whole day in the airport, because the new flight wasn't until the next afternoon. So I was like, I'm going to have to do a 14th day on phase 3, which is really pushing it to not load, but I decided that it would be okay. But that final day on phase 3, I have no idea what I ate, because I couldn't control my food. Everything I had was something I bought either in the airport, or something I ate in the aeroplane or the hotel, or that night I went out for a welcome home dinner with my family, so it was a restaurant. And you know, I ordered strict low carb in the airport, I ordered strict low carb in the hotel that morning, because the airline put us up overnight in a hotel because they messed us up with the flights. I ordered just pure low carb meals, fish and vegetables every time, but you can't guarantee what they put in your food. You know there's stuff in the food. You know, you can taste there's sugar in it. I mean, I knew there was. There's nothing I could do about it. So I actually don't know when I woke up Sunday morning what I weighed. 2 days later than I thought I'd be starting. And I suspect I was probably about 3 pounds heavier because of the crap I'd had to eat. So, you know, I don't exactly know what my weight was at the start, but I've got to assume it was probably about 136 or 137 pounds. So when I got back, I weighed myself, but before I tell you the result, I just need to tell you this. I did that entire 10 days travelling with no scales. No scales! No measuring tape! No counting calories! Now you guys know that I have this crazy measuring chart I've been using all year, which is like, measure myself in 20 places. It's been really helpful, because on days where I didn't go down on the scales, I could always check that I was still shrinking in my size, so I felt really good all the time. I just felt very positive. But this round was a real gift, because I was travelling, I had no scales, I didn't have my things to weigh my food, and I made a decision not to take my measuring tape because I wanted to feel free. And you know what? I felt totally free. I felt in such a place of trust, because the thing is, I kind of knew that the weight I'd put on from the milk would come straight off within a week or two. I really wasn't worried about that. I knew I just need to eat to hunger in this final round with not much body fat left on me. I actually am not attached to losing any more. I'm so happy with where I'm at. I mean, I'm 15 pounds lighter than I've ever been at my skinniest in my whole life when I was in my 20s. So I look good. I've done so much work on my self-image in particularly the last month, the last 2 months, particularly the last month. You know, all those vlogs I made, you know, getting over my issues with my belly fat and everything. Like, I'm really happy with my size right now. So, yeah, I could have, you know, done it super strict and maybe lost an extra 1 or 2 pounds on top of it and come out of this second third round going, you know, wow, it was all worth it because I got an extra pound lower, but I really didn't care about that. I just wanted to get through the 21 days so I could do a proper phase 3. That's my main motivation. And so it was so liberating to not be attached, you know, to not sort of check the scales, go, did I eat 100 grams too much of protein, or did it, you know, like I just didn't think about it. And I felt really good. I could feel that I was slimming down. My clothes were getting bigger. I felt good. I was just following my hunger. I was very hungry, so I assumed I didn't have that much fat left. And it was good. And I really enjoyed not counting calories, because in the next stage of my life, once I finish HCG, I'm choosing to live eating intuitively, following my hunger and listening to my body. I'm never going to be following rules or calories and all that crap anymore. So it was good to have a trial of that. And the other thing that was interesting was my father was very generous. He gave me a present of some money to buy myself some new clothes because I've lost all this weight. Where I'm living is kind of hippieville. There's not really much fashion up here. But Melbourne is the fashion capital of Australia and of the Southern Hemisphere, so you can't get better clothes than they have there. And it was the middle of the sales, the summer sales, so I was like, ooh, this is a fantastic present. So it was very nice of him. He was very supportive of me, of my weight loss journey. Anyway, so I had the most bizarre experience of going into shop after shop after shop there, you know, in between seeing friends, you know, quickly run into a shop, try something on. And what was interesting was it was kind of like the last step to really lock in my new self-image with my new body shape, because the first few days of that, I was trying on stuff that was too big. I kept picking stuff out and going, that should fit me. Oh, it's too big. That should fit me. Oh, it's too big. And going down another size and going down another. Sometimes I just would go down 3 or 4 sizes till I found the correct one. But by the end of the 10 days, you know, I wasn't buying that many clothes, but I was trying on a lot of clothes. I didn't buy them all, but I tried a lot on. And in the last couple of days when I was trying stuff on, I was having the correct size. Usually the smallest or second smallest size they made, and it would fit me, and I knew it would fit me. And it was kind of interesting, it's like something locked in. And as that weight came off, that 6 or 7 pounds from the milk fat disaster came off, and I saw myself in the mirror, I was like, oh, there you are. It wasn't like, oh, who's that weird skinny person? I wasn't having that reaction of shock anymore. I was really like, oh, there you are, there's me. There I am. You know, like, so I've realized that I'm now very used to this new size I am. I've been here long enough now, and probably having to come back and do this round again has kind of allowed me a little bit extra time to get used to this size. So that's one of the blessings of it.